Hey, what's up? Yeah, the Panthers lost, but it's all right. Raiders are gonna get there next year and beat everybody. Don't even matter. That's all I'm here about. I'm here to talk about my experiences with Tinder. So I've been off the app for like 4 or 5 months now. I've gone in there for like a little bit just to like kind of see like if anything new happened, but it's like whatever. But when I was on there, pretty much all of last year in 2015, uh, had some interesting experiences. I'm just gonna talk about my overall experiences right now. Then probably later I'm gonna make some videos about some horror stories and maybe some good ones and everything. And yeah, but overall, I mean, my experience on Tinder was interesting. Like, when I first started on there, I was in Arizona. That was in 2014, right before I moved here to San Francisco. And my experience in Arizona was, it's a smaller population of people, so there's not too many choices. I maybe got like 3 or 4 matches when I was there, and it wasn't that long. It was maybe like a month or two before I moved. I got that, so yeah, I didn't get too many matches when I was there. And the ones I did, they weren't really trying to hang out. They're just kind of like messing around or whatever. It wasn't a big deal. But then I moved here. Man, I gotta say, when I first started, swiping here. Okay, first let me say, when I got Tinder, I did not realize that there was a distance thing. I didn't know that. So when I was swiping in Arizona, I was swiping from like Tucson all the way up to Phoenix. I didn't even know that. So I wasn't even paying attention to like any of the stuff on there that showed like the miles that the people were away. I was just like, oh, I finally realized that like like 3 months in, I'm like, oh, okay, this person's really far and like stuff like that. But when I first got to San Francisco, I was swiping and I think I had it set at like 100 miles out. So I would match with some girls and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then say she's like 100 miles out, and I had to think about how far that was. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm in Sacramento or something. I'm like, what? It's like 2 hours away. Like, it was ridiculous. And then I didn't realize that at first. So I'm like, oh, maybe I should set this to a little smaller. So the next thing that I ran into, when I was on Tinder, I see those like chicks as you're swiping, and they're like, oh, you should be above 6 feet, or oh, not into black guys or whatever. So I'm like, well, I guess I gotta X that out. But then there's those ones that you end up matching with or whatever, and then you find out like preferences like this afterwards. Like a girl that I matched with before told me that she usually dates white guys or something, and it's like, what? Like, she wanted to break it off after we were already talking, and I'm just like, why even swipe on me? I don't get it. Like, I don't know, I don't get it. But that also happened with a girl who apparently only loved like guys above 6 feet or whatever, because I'm 5'9", so I'm obviously not above 6 feet, and I don't know if I look tall in my pictures. I don't know, but she told me that later. She's like out of nowhere, like, "Hey, how tall are you?" And I'm like, 5'9". She's like, "Oh, sorry, I only date guys above 6 feet." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Later, ooh, and one girl broke it off with me because she found out I was a Raiders fan. I know y'all like the 49ers around here, but come on, really? That's wow. It's not that big of a deal. It's ridiculous. Y'all are crazy. But anyway, my overall experience, like I said, when I first started out, I didn't really know what the hell I was doing. I was just like swiping through people, and I'll be like, "Hey, how are you? I like your eyes. I like your hair. I didn't know it was a whole like game to like Tinder or whatever. I'm like, really? Like, not until later I was like, I'm not getting that many matches. Like, what should I do? So I just kind of looked up stuff. They like had these things of how you should make your profile. It's like, keep it short and just talk about a couple of your interests and blah blah blah. And I'm like, man, I have like a whole novel on my bio. Like, I need to change that. So I made those changes. Like, added some emojis and stuff to make it more, I don't know, colorful. I don't know. And then they had like a certain way that you had to put your pictures. It's like, you should have this first and this first. And honestly, when I made those changes, I started getting more matches. I did. So that's cool. But yeah. I don't know, it was interesting. So the next thing that I ran into, I finally started getting more matches and everything, and they were finally closer in, but I still didn't make it close enough. So I was like, talking to girls who were like 40 miles, 30 miles, 20 miles out or whatever. Because honestly, most of the matches I got were actually over the bridge, not like in San Francisco. I just feel like a lot of girls in San Francisco I don't end up having like too much in common with. There's like there's a certain select few, but I feel like a lot of them are more into like the hipster vibe or EDM and stuff like that. And it's like, that's cool and all, but we probably wouldn't click. There's quite a few vegans I've seen here, and they would hate me because I'm a carnivore, so Uh, but yeah, I mean, I matched with a lot of girls over the bridge, and it was a lot of driving at first, and I'm like, I can't do this, I can't be matching with girls over the bridge and stuff. So I kind of kept Tinder to like when I would go somewhere, if I'm already over the bridge for like a day or two or a week or so, then I'll use it when I'm around that area. Or I'll go down to San Diego and I'll use it there while I'm like on vacation or something. And then like just stuff like that. But like I said, I just start getting more matches and just overall, interesting experience. There was some good people that I met. There's a couple girls that I'm still friends with now, so not all bad. But there were a lot of flakes, a lot of fakes, a lot of bad dates, and it's not all on the girls. There were some dates where it was my fault. I wasn't into it, or I didn't bring my A game, or I was the crazy one probably in their eyes. It happens. We're all human. But I don't know. I'll have Tinder stories later in like other videos, so you'll hear that. But yeah, I mean overall, I've probably got quite a few matches overall. Some very beautiful girls around here over the bridge, everything. So it's cool. But I don't know. I would recommend trying to have like an organic experience with somebody, like really meeting somebody in person. See, I'm not good at that. I'm not good at just walking up to girls and like, hey girl, how you doing? Stuff like that. Like that's not me. I don't know. I'm a lot more confident now. I like talk to girls and say hi and stuff, but I'm not a spitting game kind of dude. It's not me. I can't. It's not what I'm about. But I do what I do. Anyway, that's my little synopsis of my Tinder experiences. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe down low. Stuff like that. Like it.